What's up everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. I'm back in Planet Coaster with our pirate park, so still looking at a name for the park itself and stuff like that. So if you have a name for the park or any clever names, I'm open for them, especially for coaster names and ride names as well. I'm definitely open for that as well, because I need to find a name for this coaster here that we have built. So to get started, I wanted to build a shop right up here on the ledge that was available, because I want to make sure guests go all the way around the park realistically, and they actually will take the path, so you gotta have attractions around the area. So I think this milkshake stall will do quite well. It's just a simple building, nothing too fancy, and I actually think I add on to it later to the backsides, that way the backside's not too blank in the long run. So so yeah, just a nice little milkshake stall right here, and a couple of episodes I actually move on to a new area because again I've already recorded like 2 episodes ahead of this, so I already know what's kind of already done and what's happening right now. But I do end up finishing up this area a little bit. I'll probably come back to it eventually when I get back to my final detailing episodes, but for right now it comes along pretty nicely. So again, you won't be seeing the new area or the start of the new area until episode 15. This is 13, I believe. So it's going to be a couple more episodes, so you're going to have to wait just a few more days. But you're watching this video after everything's been posted, then go ahead and watch it, if that makes sense. But anyways, just some more rock work to finish up over here on this pathway. Just to finish that up, and love the rock work. Again, can't get enough of it at all. So, and then it's foliage time, you know, to kind of decorate this section up with some different doodads and plants and stuff like that. And gotta have those palm trees, especially in the theming that it is in. So I do hope guests do come around here, and that might be something that can also attract guests, is, you know, if you have a lot of scenery objects and pretty foliage and flowers around, or trees around the area, to attract some your guests, because they usually tend to only go to the areas where there is you know, attractions or rides or shops and stuff like that. But I think if they had scenery that would attract them as well, would be kind of a cool thing, and the same thing. So, and one thing I really hope they do end up adding in the end is height marks on tracks while you're building, so you know exactly how tall your rides are, at least on the coaster wise, and you can get results of how fast they end up going and stuff like that. That is one thing I do like about Roller Coaster Tycoon World better than Planet Coaster at the moment. And again, you know, it's an alpha, and it could be something they just haven't added, and it's could be part of a little bit of the simulation aspect, which they are adding as they go along. So can't wait for that. But anyways, again, just more foliage and plants and stuff to kind of complement the ride. And it, you know, when you add a lot of foliage and just, you know, plants and stuff around your coasters, it makes your coasters look a lot better in the long run. And I thought adding this ship up here would just kind of add to the theming, and I thought it would kind of look kind of cool and neat to have like this broken ship on top of this thing, just for poops and giggles. And then I actually saw the skull, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool to have like in the mountain itself. And so I go ahead and do that, and I was like, well, now I gotta make eyes for it. So I think I ended up doing that. Not yet. I actually added like this little support just for realism purposes on that boat. But I wanted to add some red eyes to this skull, so I kind of use the advanced rotation tools and stuff to help me get to those. And I think it'll look pretty good at night, or pretty awesome at night. I might put some more spotlights on this section as well, that might be something I go back into in some final detailing stuff. Is probably most likely like lighting and you know, path elements and stuff like that. That will probably be mostly the final detailing, because after I get all the areas done, I will do a couple episodes probably of just some final detailing and finishing this up. So this was actually another cool idea that I had, was to add kind of this cool little tower right here next to the ride and stuff, and actually connect it with the other tower across on the other side. I thought it would be a pretty cool feature to have, or kind of a cool little scenery object to have like this bridge that goes across down to the other tower over there. I thought it was kind of cool and neat, and something that's kind of wonky and doesn't make a whole lot of sense in a way, and I thought that would be the best way to theme it, you know, if that makes sense. Just kind of this weird wonky bridge that was poorly made and kind of goes cool with the theme, I thought, and and I liked how it turned out. So yeah, it's kind of like a cool little archway, and I thought I'd hang some flags off of it and just add some, you know, lights and crooked lights a little bit, and some cannonball holder things, whatever, and it turned out pretty cool, like I thought so. But anyways, and then I was like, why don't I add this sign? I like to add that Pirate Village sign in multiple areas in this area, because it's kind of like the Pirate Village area, I guess, and turns out pretty well. So as you can see, this area is starting to come together a little bit, and there's still some naked areas, but in the long run, it does end up getting taken care of after a few more episodes. So you gotta just stay tuned, and trust me, I was anxious to get on to the next area myself, just because I was working on this. I want to get to the next coaster very badly, and hopefully we'll get there very soon. And the next coaster that I'm actually going to put in, I was not going to be a hyper coaster. That one's probably going to be the last one. Is a B&M Hyper or Giga slash Giga, or something really big in words that's going to wrap around the entire park pretty much. That's how that one's going to turn out. But so that one will be probably one of the last ones. It was actually going to be a B&M, and I want you guys to comment down below what you guys want it to be, because I'm actually going to start recording that section very soon, and I need to get some ideas first. So if you leave in the comments what you guys think for the next coaster type, and this is what it's going to be between. I'm thinking of either a B&M dive coaster or a B&M inverted coaster, one of those two. And I might add both of them in the end, but for this next section to the right, I want to know what to add, and I've been really leaning forward to the dive coaster, simply because I think it will fit very well in the area. But well, I want to see what you guys think, and if you guys think I should have both in the end, let me know. And it's also going to be either a B&M, you know, I got the Aero Looper, thinking about a B&M dive coaster, and then possibly either a winged or invert, one of those two, and then the hyper coaster, and that would be my 4 coasters. So I'd like to see what you guys think on that, and that's a lot of B&M, I know, and I also wanted to have a launch coaster as well, so there might be 5 coasters in this park in the end, but I'm not sure. But I definitely want to have a launch coaster as well, and one of those, whether it be, you know, a launched wing coaster or something like that. But I kind of want to implement the new wing coaster that they gave us with the lift hill as well. But it's still a whole lot of different things that I'm debating. But leave in the comments section below what you think the next coaster type should be. And I'm talking about the very next one. So either a B&M dive or a B&M invert, one of the two. So that's the two that I want you guys to comment. One of those two. And again, I might put a B&M invert later if that doesn't work, or a B&M dive, one of the two. It doesn't mean the other one's completely gone or canceled out. It's just what I'm going to be building next is what I'm trying to determine. So definitely going to have the B&M Hyper slash Giga, or whatever you want to call it. or it might not be a B&M. I might make it the other coaster type, the other hyper coaster that comes with it. I don't know exactly the company that made that one. It's the same one as, you know, Goliath from Six Flags, Magic Mountain. It's that one, and I actually think I'll go with that instead of a B&M Giga, to kind of give it more variety to the park. You have Aero Looper, you have a B&M, one or two B&Ms, and then you got a different coaster, something like that. I kind of want to have a nice variety of different coasters in here. So this next section, I decided to create this kind of like little tunnel right before you hit the lift hill, just for added effects and placeholders. Nothing too fancy or too big, just something kind of, something for the ride to go through before you go on the lift hill, and add some VFX as well when you enter and exit the tunnel. And I thought it was kind of would be kind of a neat little touch to have some VFX. Right below it, I think I added the smoke one, question mark, and yeah, it was the smoke one. Yeah, it's the smoke one. And I always like that for like tunnels and stuff. I'll probably add some later into the tunnels as well, for the coaster itself at the same time. But that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.